What is up, my good people? It is your bumblebee queen bee, Tiffany D. Tiffany D in the place to be. Tiffany D in the place to be. Tiffany D in the place to be. And welcome back to my YouTube channel. Okay, so for this video today, I am very excited because this is a look that I have been wanting to do for a long Rosa Parks type time. And so now today I'm finally doing it. Huddling. Today we are going to be doing a black, yellow, bumblebee gold eye. So if you would like to see me do that, then keep on watching. Okay, so for today's look, since it is going to be black shadows, I'm gonna start off with the eyes today because I just want them to be just woo. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go ahead and conceal under my brows so that we can start these eyeballs first, honey. Okay, so since we are starting with the eyes, I'm gonna zoom you guys on in. So come on in here to me. Okay, you're right up in there, aren't you? Okay, you're right in the face. So I'm trying different settings on my camera. Let me know how you guys feel about this. This is more like true to color. I feel like sometimes I'm looking a little washed out, like a little bit lighter than what I actually am. So let me know if this setting is better. If not, we'll go back to the old way. But okay, let's get started. Okay, so I'm just gonna brush my brows up. This is looking dark. Like this is looking dark. Please hold. Okay, that's better. I'm taking my MAC Studio Finish Concealer, the one in the pots. I don't know what shade this is because the shade rubbed off. I done had it so long. Probably shouldn't be saying that, but it is what it is. And so I'm just going to conceal, don't feel. Okay, so we're concealed under there. Next, I'm gonna start priming my eye, and I have a few of my P. Louise bases here. I'm gonna go into the shade Rumor Zero. It's the stark white, honey stark white, and the base in Rumor 2, which isn't too far off, but I'm gonna mix the two together because I want a very bright base so that these yellows pop on my eyeballs, and start patting them on. Now that's patted on, I'm gonna take a beauty blender, well, a beauty sponge, and it's not super damp. Okay, well, that's white. Okay, so for today's look, I'm taking a few palettes, and the first one I'm gonna start with is the Mama Mitchell. Mama Mitchell. Oh, me, myself, and Mama Mitchell palette. This palette is stunning, so gorgeous. Oh, look at it. Got a little dark side, a little light side. Ooh, it's so good. I'm gonna take the black out of this, and this is called Mafia. I'm just gonna start giving it a little outline. I know I want it to be curved.
Assemble.
Then I'm gonna take a little small detailing brush. This is my Morphe M506, and just barely dip into that black and start blending it out. Right over the line. And as per usual, this is kind of look that's gonna look crazy before it doesn't, you know. So take your time, have fun with it. And then we're gonna go back in and reinforce that color. So don't worry too much about it. And make sure for this eye look, you have different brushes. They may look the same, but I'm using different brushes for each step because I don't want the colors to get muddy. I want each color to have their own brush, because you know, sometimes I'll just be dipping in these colors on the same brush and I just keep it moving. But you know, this is a learning channel. This is a learning channel, okay? Don't forget that. I know y'all know because y'all loyal. So for the brown color, to sort of give a little transition to the yellow, you want something, especially if you're my skin tone, that's warm, rich, kind of brown, not like a deep cool brown, just like this. This is the James Charles palette, and I'm using one of the huge pans in the middle, this one right here. No, not this one, this one. I'm using this one right here, and I'm just gonna use that to blend the black out. And remember, you're gonna be reinforcing these colors back and forth, so start out with a little and build up, honey. It's easier to build up than it is to take off. So you're just gonna go literally right above that black line and blend this brown into it. Whoop. That is pigment, 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 pigment. I'm barely dipping it in the product, first of all, and then I'm barely scratching. I just want to lay the colors down first, and then we will blend, baby. Okay, now that that color is laid down, we are going to go into our yellow. Now I have the Honey palette here, and I've played with these yellows before and they take a lot to build up. So what I'm gonna try is going into the Mitchell palette and using this beautiful honey yellow right here, because I want a yellow, but I want like a warm yellow, you know what I'm saying? Like he has this yellow up here, which is more, it's actually really vibrant too, so I could mix the two, but I'm gonna start out with this and see how I like it. If not, then I'll mix in the other yellow with it. Okay, so the first yellow I'm going into is the shade Mixer. Okay, this is an M506, but you know, the casing came off after washing it, but you know. Wait a minute, Mitchell. Hold on. Hold on. Are we getting a little bit of... This is like a mustardy yellow. Ooh, it's giving me a little orange. So I am going to mix Manchester, that very bright yellow, in with it. I don't know what it is about the UK. I don't know what it is about the UK, but their shadows, oh my gosh, their shadows slap. This yellow is like showing up. It's showing up and it's showing out. Just keep building up these colors. They blend so nicely together. And make sure every time you dip into a shadow, you're tapping it off, because that helps you avoid fallout. You know what I'm saying? So this is good for right now. What I'm gonna do is cut the crease and get some shadows on this lid, baby. Okay, so to cut the crease today, I'm gonna go in with my blank canvas. Oh, I love this stuff so much. This stuff is good. This stuff is good. The products in the UK. The products from the UK. The products from the UK. And also I learned that you can get like a super dope cut crease if you use Vaseline and a Q-tip, but I'm lazy and I don't feel like getting, should I get up and go get it? All right, I'm gonna go get it. God, guys. All right, guys, I'm back. Y'all really got me out here working, like y'all really do. So I'm just gonna take my Vaseline and my Q-tip. You know I got that good stuff, that cocoa butter Vaseline. And I'm just going to take off this excess product. It's coming along. That works. That works, guys. Let me find out. Now I'm going to take my blank canvas on my P. Louise brush, and I'm just going to make sure, you know, all that Vaseline is gone, and just follow the line with the base. So here we are. So far it's what we're looking like. So for these bases, the blank canvas and all of the paints, they dry down on their own in about a minute. The rest of them you want to pat until they're dry. So for instance, these bases right here, you want to pat them until they're dry. but the acid rain paints, they dry on their own in about a minute. So you want to just give it time to dry down on its own. You could pat it a little bit more just to get the excess off. Now we get to do the fun part. Now I get to do the fun part, baby bubba. I'm gonna do a gold lid and then I'm gonna apply some stuff on top. Oh my God. So here's my 3 choices. I got these 2 from the ColourPop Honey palette, but this one is from Mama Mitchell. Maybe I should use a mixture of this one and this one, these 2 together. Let's see, I'm just gonna press on the lid. That's pretty. That's from the Honey palette. And this one is Mitchell. Ooh, we're gonna have to do Mitchell, honey. So this is from the same palette and it's called Melted. This is beautiful gold. And you just lay it on with your finger, baby. So I also have this tool that I got from Morphe. It's the M760, and let me show you. Remember how Huda came out with that brush that was like rubber at the top, and it was supposed to be for when you want to put on pigments or glitters, and it's supposed to like mimic your hand? Well, Morphe has one that was way less expensive, but I never used it. I just took it out of the thing just now, so I'm gonna try to use this and see what happens. Ooh. So now that we have that as a base down, we're gonna go into some fun stuff. We are gonna go into the Makeup Addiction pigment, and this is in 24 karat. It's technically a glitter, like a glitter pigment. But look at the dimension that it gives to the eye. It just gives, it just gives everything to the look. Oh my God, it's just everywhere though. It just literally gets everywhere, but it's beautiful. And I'm just gonna press that over top. No mixing medium, no nothing. It just goes straight on. Okay, so while we have it like that, let's start blending our other colors in. So I'm just gonna take those same brushes that I used before and just sort of blend it into this lid. So for this, I like to kind of put my head back a little bit so I can get into the cracks and crevices. And just keep building it up. Boop. So that's what we have there so far. So next I'm gonna add a liner, little liquid liner moment, little liquid liner situation. I'm gonna take my Point Made Bodacious Black eyeliner pen. And now we have a nice little line there. Nothing too major, nothing too major. And so just to up this a little bit, because you know I'm extra, you know I do the most, and that's just who I am. And it's not gonna change anytime soon, okay. I am going to mix these 3 glitters. Yes, I said it. Absolutely, 3 glitters. So this one is Disco Ball, and I don't know who this is by. This might be from J. La Rue, because this one's from J. La Rue's and it's called Grand Prize. And then I'm gonna mix this one from Sugar Baby, and this is called Gold Member. Let me show you this one actually, because this one is this Gold Member from Sugar Baby. Sugar Baby! Come on, Sugar Baby. You didn't have to do it to us like this. Hold on. Oh!
No, God! No, God, please, no! No! No!
I dropped it. I'm picking that up. I'm putting it back in there. I'm picking that glitter up that I dropped, honey. Cause ain't nothing cheap. All right, so to get that glitter to stick to the lid, I'm gonna go in with my Too Faced glitter glue, and then I'm gonna use that same tool from Morphe, and I'm going to dip it into my glitter glue just a little bit, and then just focus the glitter sort of like right here at the top. This is what our eye is looking like so far. We are not done, but so far, so good. So I'm gonna do my other eye off camera, and then we'll come back and we'll beat this face. We'll get into this lower lash line. You know, we'll finish up. But let me just figure my life out right at this juncture, okay? Okay, and I'm back. Other eye done for right now. Clean up, done for right now. Okay, guys, I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm not even gonna front. I'm not even gonna lie. That took a long time. And it only took a long time because I was in here turned up, getting lit, and turned up to Monica and Brandy because tonight they are doing the versus battle. You guys aren't gonna be seeing this video tonight because after I film this, I'm gonna go get me a little wine. I'm gonna turn up and wait for that to happen. So I've been waiting for this for my entire life and I'm so excited about it. So let me know below if you guys did end up watching the Monica and Brandy versus battle, what you guys thought. Now let's get onto this face, honey. Let's beat this face, baby. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna start off with is my Vitamin Face Base by Bobbi Brown. Oh, this stuff is good. This stuff is so good. I should sing backup for this versus battle. Y'all heard that? Y'all heard that? And so you guys can really see what I'm doing. Let me zoom out. Today I'm going in with my Cover FX Pore and Shine Primer. Y'all know, what is this? Blurring Primer and Pore Minimizer. Child, I just be making up names for this stuff. Especially around this T-zone. Let's do some color correcting. So you know how you normally do my little color correcting from the hair store, but today I was going through my makeup this morning and I found this. This is the MAC Pro Conceal and Correct palette, and look at this, y'all. Like, I forgot I had this. So I'm gonna use the color corrector out of this, and it's only because I already have it. Like, I wasn't gonna go out and buy another one. I had already had this. Okay, I am perfectly fine using the color corrector from the hair store. All right, let's do some color correcting. Think it's time I got this straight, sitting tough. Yo, I am so hyped. Little skin tone powder. This powder is from AC Cosmetics. It is a Black owned brand. They just rebranded. These powders are good. These powders are good. So I suggest if you are looking for a new powder to try, you give them a little ring-a-ding-ding, a little go. I am in the shade, for my face shade, I am in the shade Gingerbread. Okay, so for today, I want my skin to do like a little bit of illumination, a little bit of glow, a little bit of hello, how are you? I am present for class. So I'm gonna go into my Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation, and I am in the shade 430W. I'm just gonna add a little bit of my Farsali Skin Tune Blood. And I'm gonna go in with my Juvia's Place brush. I love this brush. And this foundation is actually quite beautiful. And before I forget, and before I, you know, don't do what I need to do so I don't be crackling and hackling on my lash lines, I'm gonna go into my MAC paint pots and I'm going to get rid of these laugh lines. You got it, because ain't nothing funny, baby baba. All right, we are on. We are stamped. And don't be afraid to build this up, honey, because it is buildable. And she's finally my color. Y'all know I be getting foundations that be too dark for my skin, but you know I like it. You know I like it. For concealers today, I have a few. I am gonna be layering concealers today because I feel like it. Oh, and you're not gonna tell me any different. So I have first the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I just wanna be very radiant today, even though I'm gonna throw a ton of powder on top of all of this stuff, so I don't even know why I'm saying that I wanna be radiant, but yet still, it's in my mind. It's a mental thing. Makes me feel like I'm radiant. I haven't used this in a while. This is in the shade Medium Dark 2 Caramel, and this is like sort of like my corrector. Like, this is not bright enough for me, in my opinion, to be an under eye brightener, so I just use it just to correct a little bit, just for a little correctage. What I've noticed is I do like darker concealers for my chin, because I swear if it goes too light, like, it just looks so weird on my chin like that. Am I evolving? Not for my under eye though. My under eye gotta get it popping. Blend this out. I haven't used this in a while. I forgot how good this was. For some brightening, I'm going into my two MAC concealers. This one, remember this MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in like the glass tube? What? This is in NC42. Yes, I know it's light, judge your mother. And this is in NC40. Yes, I know that this one's light too, but mind your business, okay? Oh my gosh, she's full coverage, honey. She is full coverage. If you want to slay the day away, that's exactly what you need. Woo! Honey, oh my gosh, this smell. Y'all remember the smell? Oh my gosh, MAC. That's what I need. That's what I need. This under eye. Do I look like I can't breathe? Okay, good. And then just taking a little tiny bit of smidge of that lighter shade and just dabbing it on the inner eye right here. Just to brighten that up even more. And we're gonna let those dry down, honey. They're a little watery, You know how MAC is, a little bit watery. So while we let that dry down, we're gonna go into our contour, and I'm taking the Uma Beauty stick. It's the Contour Double Take Sculpt and, what is this? This is the Double Take Sculpt and Strobe stick. And this is in the shade Honey. Honey. And for my nose, I've been really loving using the KKW in shade 14 concealer. It's just like the perfect shade for my nose. Ooh, come on, Uma Beauty. What about us? Baby, that's just why I love you so much. Okay, so now that we are looking stark white under our eyeballs, we're gonna go in and set. First, what I'm gonna do is go into my face powder, my Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin in the shade Y335. You know I love to put a foundation powder or face powder or something underneath my eyes before I go in with setting powder. I just feel like it makes it look so smooth and so put together and so yes, honey, yes, you know? So taking it on my e.l.f. brush, I'm just gonna pat it on. Okay, so now that we got that there, we're gonna go in and we're gonna set. And today I'm gonna use my Sacha Buttercup and my Derma Blend powder together. And the Sacha Buttercup is definitely gonna tone some of this down, so don't you worry. Don't you be alarmed. We'll be a little alarmed because I don't know how much it's gonna work. Okay! And just press that in, honey. So while that is baking, we're gonna go into our Sephora Micro Smooth. Okay, so today I am going into my Vesca bronzer, and I'm going to use the shade Kiss by Cabo. It looks like this. These are very pigmented, so you literally, okay. We don't want it to be too much, but don't we always want it to be too much though? Okay. Super pigmented, so you only need to go in like literally with a little bit, and look, it just takes you such a long way. These are 30 Zolas, but you will have these for a long time. They do run a little bit red though, so FYI. Now we're gonna go into the bronzer for the nose, and that is my Anastasia Beverly Hills in the shade Saddle. I just love this color for my nose. Take it up to the brow. And I just put a little bit under the lip. Okay guys, so now that we are looking powdery AF, let's go ahead and give our face a good spray.
Six and a half hours later.
Woo! Okay, so let me do my brows off camera real quick, and then we'll do the lower lash line, some blush, some lip. We almost there. We're at the finish line. Be right back. Okay, boom. Eyebrows on. I am going to go into my Pat McGrath mascara. Give a little top coat love, honey. Let's get into this lower lash line. So I gotta start with the Patrick Star One Size Point Made Gel Pencil. I'm telling y'all, this pencil's good. I found a dupe for it though. So if you want to see the dupe for this, check out the video up here where I do a full face of drugstore makeup, affordable makeup, budget friendly makeup. Can we give it a moment? All right, we gotta smudge that out. Let's smudge that out with the black from the Mama Mitchell palette. It's the smudge for me. Okay, so underneath that, I'm gonna go into the brown from this James Charles palette. Literally just taking the tiniest bit. Y'all know I get out of hand on this lower lash line. And then I'm gonna finish that off with a little bit of yellow from the Mitchell palette. I know y'all probably wondering where my favorite part is. Well, she's coming up right now, baby baba. It's time for my favorite part. Time for my favorite part. Yes, we're going into some blush. So we are going into some Sweetest Cocoa blush from MAC. She's very subtle. And then if it's not enough for my liking and what I do, I'm gonna go into some Ambering Rose. And y'all know y'all gotta sing the song with me. What we gotta do? That's right. We gotta blush down, Tiffany, blush down. I wanna see ya blush down. Sweetest Cocoa is giving it to me. It's giving me some scene. This is supposed to be like a natural, ooh, blush moment, but you know, I don't know what not too much blush means. I know what a lot of blush means. Yes, I put blush up there too. I just feel like it pulls the look together. So today I want to do something a little bit exciting. I want to add some freckles. What do y'all think? Y'all think freckles would be too much? I'm adding them anyway. So I'm going in with my Freck extra large. I'm just going to put a few freckles around town, just give myself a few little faux freckles. And you just push them in like that. Gives you a little bit of a freckle look without being too overpowering, So for lashes today, I'm gonna go with my TL Mitchell lashes, and I'm gonna do some under lashes today. You already know how I feel about my under lash. I'm gonna put these on, and then when I come back, we're gonna do the lip. Okay. Okey-dokey. So this is what we are looking like so far. Child, okay. Child, all right. So today for highlighter, I'm taking my Artist Couture highlighter in the shade Honey Dip. Ooh, taking some of this and putting it on the high points. Come on, Mac Daddy. Ooh, so pretty. So now all we have to do is the lip. So I have a lot of lip options. You can pair this with a brown lip, a nude lip, a black lip. So I brought options, okay? So first I'm gonna show you with a brown lip what it looks like, and then we're gonna finish off with the black because I think black is only fitting. Woo! So we're gonna start off with the Fenty Unveil. I'm not gonna do it perfect because I'm gonna take it off and put on black, but going in with a little bit of Black Moon Grave liquid lipstick. Because this is a deep brown, but it's like got a little reddish to it. Add some warmth to that brown. Then I'm gonna go in the center with my Colored Rain Caramel. And on top, I'm gonna throw a little bit of Mind Reader Morphe lip gloss, and it's gold. So you have a nice chocolate brown moment. So what I'm gonna do, since I want to take pictures in the brown lip and the black lip to give you guys options, I am going to do my hair, throw on my outfit, and then I'll come back with the finished look changed into a black lip. I'm gonna let you know what I'm gonna use for the black lip. I'm gonna use the Fenty Uninvited Lip. So that's what we're about to do, baby. Back for the finished look. Okay guys, and here you have it, your finished look. Boom. Listen. I don't normally boast or brag, but today I'm doing it. The hair, the eye, the lip, it's giving me, it's sending me, it's giving me, it's taking me, it's sending me, it's giving me. Yes, so this is a finished look. It was a struggle to get here. It took a long time to get here. Okay, but we're here. We're at the finish line. We're at the end. And honestly, guys, I'm living. It's the puffs for me. What's it for you? Comment below what it's for you, baby. Yeah. You know, I always have to give it one more time. I have to give it one more go. I have to get into it. If you like this look, let me know down below. I thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more shenanigans and more beat faces in the building. I'm ready, ain't I? Am I ready? Oh, I need my nails done and then I'll be ready. But until then, I will see you in the next video.